Hello and welcome. Right, we are down at the shop because I did notice we had got weeds on the edge of the field. Yeah, I was just literally starting all the engines and I thought, ooh, is that weeds? And yeah, field 25 has got weeds. Yeah, really a lot of weeds. Yeah, we're 49 is obviously spot on. So yeah, thoughts. We've not, at this point, we've never actually had any, let's have a look. We've never had any. Excuse me, I've just woken up. I hate that, yeah, when you're yawning, but yeah, can't really be helped. It's a natural response. But right, we repair. I've always been a bit paranoid like that. Right, so we want to customize. We need narrows, I would say, if we are allowed. I'm hoping we are. Narrow twin wheels. They don't look very narrow. They look like nice narrows. Oh, they are as well. Very nice. Front loader attachment. No, we're good. Fantastic. Oh, I do like it when they've got the nice narrows. Yeah, so fantastic. We've not got obviously any kind of weeder. Yeah, it's one thing I've actually noticed. No, you do. I remember. I have seen a few actually come sprayers, bigger sprayers, and all the rest. But whenever I've had the money, not on here, we've not really. I don't think we've seen it. One and it says, or it was too expensive, or yeah. I don't know if I've seen the small one yet on any of me things, but yeah, I haven't seen the trailed ones. What am I doing? I'm not concentrating properly. I'm not going down. Here we go, sprayers. Yeah, I've seen this one, that and it's always been about 40,000-50,000. God, that is expensive, isn't it, in comparison to like, yeah, we used to have some fairly reasonable. That's still reasonable though. I've got to be honest. So, and we are going to lease, or are we going to? No, I'm going to leasing. So I'm trying to save up for the fields. So I think one. Well, it's only, yeah, we've only got the two fields. I really don't think we've got anything to. Yes, I would imagine consumables and herbicide. Oh, I think just the one I do. Right, let's get you. Now then. Oh, you're going to be too heavy. We haven't bought a weight yet, but this. Oh, we could always use. Yeah, do what I've often done in these situations. If you've got a piece of equipment, excuse me, like we see over there, like the Brinoff, you could use that as a natural weight. Yeah, if you're trying to save your cash because you're trying to buy a field, then it's not necessarily a bad thing. No, because it is. I can feel it. It's not tipping like I thought it would, but it is. It is back heavy, so I would imagine that probably. Oh, yeah, it is. You can feel it. You can see it then actually. Ah, and you can also see that I leveled it. Yes, I know it's a little bit ungainly. It really is. There's no denying that, but it will work. We are trying to save it for a field, so yeah, we're already down to 118,000. Got to hope for a good month. No, this is all right. Yeah, it just saves all the being overtaken malarkey and that, doesn't it? It's very direct. Unfortunately, it's directly going to the other fields. We could sneak out the right and then up. That might well. Yeah, it is because we're not wanting the main field. Yeah, that's really balanced me nicely actually. Yeah, it's completely different to what it was, which is really nice. Yeah, I've got the all of the mods ticked this time. They've got yeah, the auto turn off the signal. So yeah, when I go around the corner, I didn't switch that off. It did it itself. It's amazing. Which I really do like. Yeah, see any flickers today on the graphics. I might try some different options to see if it is like DLSS that's the thing that's causing issues. Because I've got to remember I'm a little bit longer. Yeah, so it keeps on going off. Every time I go around the corner, it goes off, which is quite amazing. It saves me ever forgetting again, which, as we all know, all of us usually do that. Yeah, wow, amazing. I mean, let's get ready then. Let's watch the sign and hope that I don't quite... No. That's not... Yeah, we don't want to be doing that. Oh, we knocked it over anyway. Oh, I thought I didn't think I'd do that. Seems to be mainly on the outside. Right, am I going to tap? Yeah, I am. I'm going to don't want to be just all about the spraying. Yeah, so I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Just had a thought, yeah. I was thinking about the field. I was thinking, hang on a minute, what about your rice harvester? I know we could lease, but what I mean is, and then I've got the normal harvest to lease, and then the headers to lease, and all that type of stuff. Maybe we'll just see. It'd take a really good, although I've got a couple of months. I was saying this on Sri Lanka. You've sometimes got to be a little bit aggressive's the wrong word, but what I mean is, yeah, you've got to be a little bit brave. Sometimes I like to be very balanced, but sometimes balanced is not the best approach. You've got to sort of like try and build a little bit, which means you've got to sort of be brave and sometimes go out and it's a little bit uncomfortable for you, but you know it's the right thing to do, and it's true. Yeah, I use the word because I'm not sure it's first growth stage. I'm going to have to do the trick where you hopefully it finishes in a reasonable place, otherwise we're going to damage a bit of crop. But I thought, well, I've got no choice. I'm sure you could have narrows on Bredals and the other, the FS22. I might be wrong, but I could have sworn you could. It's one really good sort of thing for having the carry ones, isn't it, with the narrows. I was thinking about buying one. I thought, I've got the Bredal just with that. Yeah, I really did expect it to be possible that we could actually do it, so that's be interesting to see how you do this. Why would you do that? Oh, I see you're going right, yeah, crossways. That does make a little bit of sense. No, I'm not really being critical because you've saved me damaging crop. Yeah, second fertiliser state, which I don't know whether I'd forgotten or whether I always intended to do it this coming session anyway. I think this is obviously, yeah, there was the weeding was the main thing. I'll wait till we're out of eye shot to actually send that back. And yes, I dropped it. I'm terrible for that. You're too much of a rusher. And that's the consequence of sometimes. Yeah, things that get dropped on the floor. And I've done it a few times. I've got to pack doing that in. Because it's yeah, in real life it would damage the equipment. At least put scratches on it, and then it'd go back to the shop, and the shop would say, "Oi, you've scratched our equipment. You're going to need to," because there's always, as I know myself, when you're leasing, there's always a cost. Yeah, I've just leased a car while my car was being repaired. I had, strangely enough, a clutch problem. It had burnt the clutch plate out, so yeah, it must have been a dodgy clutch. Because yeah, the garage asked me, "Do you ride your clutch?" And I said, "Do you remember when I brought the clutch in and you said to me it was down to the rivets? You'd never seen a clutch that was that bad." I'd driven that like that for a year with hardly any clutch. I said, "I don't ride the clutch." So no, I didn't. Yeah, it's true. It was just a dodgy clutch plates that needed doing again, which is rather annoying when I only had it done just over a year ago. But yeah, I think it was a bad part. These things happen. But yeah. Right now then, yes. Now we need to do the set the destination thing, and you're typical facing that. So I'm gonna have to try and see if you'll pull slightly to the right on the edge of the field, which is not too much of a stretch. You are fibbing. You could easily do that. We can see this, but might be first growth stage, but I don't think it is. Let's try one more time. See to the left. Anything, it's a little bit more like that. I do not like it when it's got cell on it. It's a bit oh, okay, well, we're gonna have to do it then. We look very, very fortunate that it must have been first growth stage, because we do know they would have damaged that field, definitely so. Yeah, we want to go across. Let's have a look at how that looks now. Oh, I keep doing this wrong. I will get there. It's like anything, yeah, the dark blue now. Right, let's go back to the field. I did notice we'd done our due diligence this morning, and oh, I've gone looking at the wrong field. Yeah, I noticed it was still pouring water, which is fantastic. Which does mean, though, that we could not. It is 100%. That's all right then. Yeah. So yeah, that's lovely. That this will stop this withering happening this year if we switch that on every day. So that's fantastic. So let's go through to July morning. Mind remind me. It is sunflowers. Yes, it is. Thought it was. Yeah. Let's go through to July morning at 8 o'clock. Is absolutely fine. Are we going to get a good enough thing for us to go out on a limb and be a little bit aggressive, as I called it, or brave? I think it's a much nicer way than aggression. It's weird. I can't think of a better term than that, really, but it is. Oh, I've still done it again. What a terror I am. How many times in FS25 will I not send things back? It's always been a fault of mine, so it was. A Hardy. Let's return that. We did throw it out. I remembered. I thought it was not letting me throw it out. I thought, no, because I'm sure this you need to have its arms folded to actually work. So let's have a look in the sails. We have another telehandler. 136,000 is what we've got. How many months have we got till harvest? That's what I really want to know. But it's a bit of a gamble because we're not sure how good it's very hit and miss. We have rice. Okay, we can lease the harvester, and it will probably be next month. And we have our sunflowers, which is a long way away. So we've only got one harvester to afford at present. So that's not the end of the world. We could actually do this. So perhaps we will lease. Yeah, I think that's not a bad idea. So then I would imagine we probably don't need to flood, but let's check. Let's not imagine. Let's really do. No, it's what level 0 books. It's not giving us that. That's not like visible. It's greyed out. So no, we're good. But you will probably notice that this time we don't have any withering. So yes, fantastic. So let's go through till August, where our rice should. Well, it doesn't really change, does it? Not per se. It just says it's like ready to grab. So that's the good thing. Now then, are we going to go out on the limb then and see if we can buy a field? We were looking at field 24, weren't we? It's probably been harvested now. It's not growing, so it's got to be. Yeah, it's an empty field. It doesn't matter. It means that we do. Well, there's what I think this was deer eggs 138. Ah, yeah. You can click on the number always. 178. That's 136. We can't afford it. No. 6 is 133. That we could afford, and it leaves us very skint. Is that enough? That's what I'm saying. It's a little. I think I would sooner wait until the morning and be sensible. As I say, you can sometimes get yourself in a real mess, and then you've got no other choice but to literally lease. The other thing is, have we got anything to sell at the minute? We know our bread's late on. That's nearly filled. Yeah, it is, and. Oil mill, rice oil. It's stuck at 1,000, so we must have run out. We have. And when is rice oil? So we don't think. Have I looked at this? I can't remember looking actually. Prices are for rice. I must have done. I will have done. But it doesn't ring a bell yet. I suppose it wouldn't because it's a new. Rice, so you'd have thought rice oil was quite close to that. And 2000 in June, so what are we at the minute? We've just gone over the hill. 1925, tag place. We know where it is, we don't want to tag it now, we know. Right, so we really do need to quickly go and take our rice oil. Or do we wait until it's like a lot next year? Is 2000 really worth charging off for? Probably not, actually. No, let's leave it. We do need to shift it out of the way, though, a little. Not right now, but yeah, we do really. So let's go through till August morning. where we really want to be going. Mind you, let's leave it at 8 for the, because it's a work day. Well, it won't be the last because we've got our sunflowers as well. So yes, I've used the. Was it? I think it was. Did we do sunflowers last year? No, we didn't. Did we? We did either oats or wheat. I think it was, or maybe even. I think it was, or barley. I think it's whichever one we've got ticked for. Brand now. It's a trailer. Oh, just so they've got on sale. No, the rotten. That was probably from yesterday. Now we're doing all right for trailers. We've got 60 ton. That's a good. It is a good size trailer, though. That is. It is 58% off. You do often need more than one, but we're really saving up for a field. So do you know something? We'll say no. So again, our tick-ups are quite small, really, for that particular monster. Right, so we need to grab a rice harvester. You're a little bit close, Merlot. Really. Although you're not as close as you look. That's a little bit too close. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, I do think it is true that we probably could put an easy shed down here. If we're going to make this the farm, we're going to have to try to use the land to its best. And I think it probably is true that we would use it with its back to the road. Right where I am now. But yeah, we can't afford it at this precise moment. Let's just fold those away. Oh yeah, sorry, I'd forgotten that. Yeah, instinctive thing. So our harvest should be ready on the rice. If we have a good look, it looks. You can see it, can't you? Where it's the golden. Yeah, here. Oh, it doesn't actually say on this though that it's ready to harvest. So let's have a look. We know it is. Yeah, it is. I just wanted to show it, not anything else. And our other field is nicely done. Field 24 is alright. It would be quite a coup really to get those, because that is a little bit dearer, but we'll see what's what. How much to lease the rice harvester. Let's pop down to the shop. And yeah, the one thing about visit, it should really mean that you're right where the thing is, so we need to go to rice harvester. This is not as big as I thought it was, and that's what threw me out. I thought this would be like 500 grand, but it isn't. No, it's how much to lease you? It's a lot of profit gone, but it is in a way at the minute. But you do get years like that. So it is quite small, isn't it? Okay then. We are going to sneak across that little sneaky. So it's a little bit slow. I should have brought the trailer, shouldn't I? Oh well. Yeah, should have done really. It may just have fitted on as well. Oh well. You live and learn. Yeah, hopefully we will own one. I've not seen one of these in the sale yet, but you have seen items of this value in the sale, so it may be just one of those things that's we've been unfortunate, because I think, to be honest, looking at how rice has been favoured in the ingredients and the cycles and things, I think short grain rice is probably one of those crops that's going to be a staple on any map that will support it. Yeah, I was just the one thing I was thinking, obviously being English, is we couldn't grow rice in England. I don't think. I've never heard of anybody growing rice, so I'm presuming the only way you do it would be a greenhouse. What I mean is for a farming simulator. Yeah, I hope that somebody, or even myself, actually does a rice greenhouse. Yes, it would be a bad endeavour. Probably with a bit of manure and water as well. Go for like the old style production type ones. It's, well, for those countries that couldn't grow it naturally, I don't think that's a bad idea. It is very, very slow. Right, I'm going to say my words actually, it's true, because it will speed things up a little. And yeah, we've got to unfold it. No, we cannot. It's ready to rock and roll. Right, so I'm going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. that's that done. Right, now I think this is going to be a little bit like the Orstoft. The very first time I did sugarcane, I did it manually, and we had a crash on the Elm Creek, well, on the game, and it rolled the session back. So the next session I did it all automatically, and I realised that I'd got a lot more crop. I think this is going to be like this. Either that or short grain rice is a lot worse than long grain. I really think we've done much, much worse. We used to have 10 tonnes. We now have 8.2 tonnes of short grain rice. Now either I've lost a lot, or naturally it really is quite bad. Right, the other thing is, let's set the cultivator going, because we really can just get cracking straight away. So yes, so it might not be quite so. The other thing is, it's a tiny harvester. I mean, really, I probably 2.7 meter, I would say, to maybe 3 if you're lucky. So you've got to offset, well, the loss. And I mean, I'd like to do it one more time, but what I would like to do is what I did with the Orstoff the second time, is to let a worker do it, because we should have more than we had last year. But that doesn't mean to say that short grain is such a high yield as long grain. So if that is the case, even though long grain's a little bit more, I think I'd still sooner do long grain. Definitely, if this is anything to go by, I'd sooner have one harvester, a normal harvester, do it normally. It's not properly. This is properly too. I'll ask the shop to pick this up in a minute whilst that carries on, and I think we're going to crack on. Yeah, and just go through the months a little bit. So that's a bit of a shocker. It is. I didn't expect that, but as I say, I'd like to do it one more time to see if I'm right or wrong. Yes, this thing goes across the road as well. We'll ask the shop to pick it up, put it out of eye shot a little. Yeah, I want to be playing as realistically as possible. Alright, so then, yeah, that was a little bit of a shocker. Right, we need to be doing that first. So we sort of need to sort of go the other way, I think we're going to do, let's have a look, let's do this scientifically. So rice oil is obviously, yeah, it's weird how you've got to cycle down to see your recipe. Something that a lot of people, so you get 12, produces 10, and that might be why this is actually quite bad loss. And I suppose that's the real thing. 12 produces 10. That's almost double loss. In fact, it is. It's exactly, well, 12.5 will be double. So that is heavy loss. So you've got to offset that if you're doing the oil with that. The grain, now this was much, much better. Yeah, 9 produces 15. So it's super duper for that. In comparison, that's not terrible though, really. But that's gaining, and that's like losing a little. So in comparison to, like, yeah, that's about the same as long, and that's not too terrible. Now I've got to be honest, Giants have upped their game. This is not so. Yeah, that used to be gain, a bit like the rice is now the gainer. But that's probably the worst. Yeah, the barley, wheat's only losing a little, 20%. So that is the superflower. That's gaining. 18 would be double, so half would be 13. So it's actually almost double. It's more than, so that is quite amazing. So with that in mind, it may be a lesser yield, but it's the productivity from it is far better. But I would like to do a test next year with this field. And the other thing is, I was thinking as I was harvesting, as you do, the other thing is, we have some rice fields that are ready-made. They are expensive to build. So although I was talking about, oh, let's not go for the farm, I'd like to do my own thing type, I'm not sure that that's a wise thing. There are 3 rice fields made there. Considering the cost of that, they're not massive. I would say they're going to make one of ours. So if you look at that, I'll be on the right. Oh, I thought if you click the number, it always showed you 83. But you'd look at, you get a lot of land, and 30. You get the greenhouse thingamajig to make it as well. So that is, bearing in mind that we were really going into rice first, I don't think it's a bad thing to do that. We still aren't buying the farmyard though. Yeah, we're not buying the house and that. So all I'm thinking is, it's a fair old trek though, isn't it? Yeah, you've got to offset that against that, I suppose, when you think about it. So do you know, although I am speaking truth, running the Iseki up there, lost productivity for that, I think that probably offsets that. So do you know something? Yeah, we'll pass, I think. Let's remember for once to send the harvester back. So it's Iseki. Yeah, so return. Yeah, so next time I'd want to do exactly the same field to see how we apologise, that's still within the eye shot really. So we're hoping to do a little bit of both, but we definitely need more fields if we're going to make rice pay. Yeah, we're like eking. I mean, we're still making profit. Yeah, I'm not like yeah, I think I've left the cedar in the way a little bit. So, the angle a little bit better, I think. Trouble is then the crampy door bashes. That's why I was trying to like come a bit. Not too terrible. Let's see if we can get this right without taking out the planter or cedar. Yeah, my favourite planter so far is a 6 metre. I don't think we got the 4 point. I think that's like the cedar, isn't it? I think. Have we got a planter? I would have thought that's short parts. Fantastic. Right, let's get them two going. We will go through till tomorrow. Have we got a... That is a point. Have we got a... I thought we'd got a planter and a cedar. I think they're both... That's the box. Yeah, they are... That's the... It is the 6 metre one. Yeah, and that is the planter. Yeah, that's my favourite so far. I really like that. And that's the 4 metre cedar. Yeah, I've yet to do the spinach. I'd love to do that, so I really would. Yes. Again, it's the harvester cost. I looked at this. I did look on Fact Sheet Friday, and no, wrong one. To be on this one. So it's the spinach harvesters. Yeah, that's... It's a lovely bit of kits, but like all of the Oxbow kit, is very expensive. How much to actually lease? 32,000. You would need a real big field to offset the leasing cost of that to make profit, wouldn't you really? And that's what I'm saying, it really is an ownership thing, and I can't imagine how big a farm I'd have to have before I could possibly afford to buy one of those outright. That's a real commitment. So yeah, I really don't know. It'll happen because I mean, the other thing is, it's probably one of those things that if you see it on the sales for even anywhere near half price and you're thinking of doing it, that you'd snap the hand off, because that's probably the only way you do it. Now then, we have got 140,000, and we have got the field across the road. Yeah, which is going to leave us 7,000. Now we'll look if it's been harvested or not in a minute, because I'm not trying to cheat. I'm not sure. Oh no, it is. Oh my life, it's ready to harvest, isn't it? Or is that corn? I think it is. Let's have a look. This is the one. No, it's still growing, so it's corn. So we're going to need a corn header. Well, at least we can afford it. We've got 7,787 left to do, and it's the corn, and that's the are both about the same time. So if they fall on the same month, let's have a quick look at that. When does corn and sunflowers fall? Is it the same? Is there an overlap? Because you can... Yeah, they're same, exactly the same. So even if one was later by a month, you can still, as long as it's in that window, you can actually do that. Something that our worker is nearly done. So I think, yeah, one more thing, I think we're there. So let's visit. So yeah, I don't like this where the green is. It's a bit scary. So let's have a look. Sales, keep that on. It's a good earner, but we can't afford it anymore. We just bought a field. Now then, that is a point. I was trying to think. Yeah, what we saw that it needed ploughing. We've got the plough, but we're not going to plough it with the crop in. So yes, it's what else does it need? Let's. Oh, it does. It's got a lot of weed. We can't really. We can fertilise though. Let's take the weed off and then needs ploughing. Fully fertilised. Doesn't need liming either. So we will. Yeah, it's done as much as we've hit the jackpot. A farmer who actually does his fields nicely. So as far as I'm concerned, this kind of growth is not a bad thing. We could make that the second rice field, or we could make the one across the road when we buy that one, 24. We could make that the rice field. Yeah, I would definitely want to do more. It's gonna say it's probably gonna just go through and see. A nice month would be nice on the, but you often find when you're waiting for a good month on a generator, you don't get it, especially on this type of generator that's very volatile. We've only seen 2 or 3 really good months. Yeah, that's more like the norm. So 25,000, still not bad. I'm not complaining, not at all. But bed and a mulcher, that's not a bad thing, is it, for a 7 meter mulcher? So we don't own one, do we? When you compare that to a 2.2 meter, I really quite like that. Yeah, I can't wait till Black Sheep Muddin brings the one that they've got, the mower stroke mulcher. Yeah, the HX20, my favourite mower. Yeah, I hope that gets brought into the game. That's a good price for the 18.2 meter, but I'm happy with the 6. I'm quite happy for the work to plod along, but that's too good a bargain to miss. It is. That's a good one as well. Potato harvester. Just a harvester. Yeah, the harvester digs the potatoes out of the ground, and it is a digger, so that one you could do it all in one. It's going to cripple us though if we do that. It is actually, yeah. I think we can. I think that mulches too. The plough subsoiler we've got mulches, and I'm sure we've got that. We did the mulching state on 25. We do need to lease a stone picker though, I think, next time. So that is us finished. The cultivating is finished on that. I think we're going to go through till October. It is a shame because it is a really good, but we've got a harvester to lease. That's what I'm thinking. So you've got to concentrate on. Let's have a look at the harvest, leave it in that state so we can see. I think it's probably going to be next month or the month after. Yeah, that looks like the corn's going to turn. So 9 o'clock, yes. But we do need to do both of these. And we've got to, yeah, I'm not sure. We might need to go for a bigger harvester or a very small header. Yeah, if we're going to go for the very reasonable. I've not seen it on sale yet at all. The starter harvester. Oh, now that was a better property income. Oh, look at that! Beautiful tractor, the 3650. Yeah, the starting one, which I think is very reasonable for a Giants one, even at 45,000. But we have already got such things, so it's not being unreasonable. We don't really need it, but I would imagine that yeah, our fields are golden. So only one of them is, but that's not going to be out of. If we go out one more month, we're going to have the corn and the sunflowers done. And you've got to think strategically, haven't you, really, in these situations. So I think what we're going to do is going to go through till. Now then, have we got anything for sale just yet? Oh, we've not switched the rice flour on, have we? So that's activated, and it should be storing that. No, distributing is right. And oil. Missed a trick, haven't we? Oil rice. Okay, no, we didn't activate it. It's just, yeah, so that's activated as well. How much? We've got 1,000 litres of normal rice. So it still classes rice oil. It's just the cycles to make it a better. Right, okay, that's interesting. Yeah, we also need to be doing canola. We need to be getting everything in this as much as we can. So canola, sunflower, to make the most out of the oils, the oil business really, because it's only a small factory, but it's capable of doing all of them at once, which is quite amazing. So yes, let's have a look. We should now have a different view. No, we've not gone through yet. Yeah. 9 o'clock now. Yes, I haven't seen the starting harvest on sale anyway. I've seen the biggies. Some of them, I saw a case that was very reasonable once. Yeah, one of the bigger ones that's like a medium one, not the monster that's like 750,000. It's a medium. Ooh. Yeah, it's a little bit beyond our. If we can afford it, that's not a bad buy. Yeah, it's not. It's very good. It's half price. But we do need to be, I would imagine we are now going to see 2 golden fields. We're going to lease the harvester ready for next session. And yeah, we're going to need a corn header. Now this, what we ought to do is a test. Let's save the game. You know, we'll allow this. I always used to do this at the end of a session. Let's go down the shop. And let's have a bit of testing. We need to see what kind of header can we... Corn header can our harvester, the starter harvester, take? And if with this test doesn't work terribly well, yeah, so then I mean it's a huge leap up. It's 104. Yeah, this is the big case that I was on about. And I've seen a medium case, which would be that one there, for just over 100 grand. So that was a real cracker when you consider that's the starting harvester, and that's like halfway through the lineup to the top beasts. Then really that's a real coup. Same as that would be any of these. There's not that much difference though. But 306 horsepower means you can have a big header, or it did in the I mean this is still not terrible though when you look at it. That's what I said when I had the header for this. This is only a little bit more, and that I think that can cope with a bigger header than it's actually got. The Evian, that's the one that's on sale now. Oh, it's not actually. This is one of the biggies. Ooh, yeah, that's it. It is. Yeah, that can cope with pretty much just about anything. So, well, I don't know about anything, but yeah, anything that's in the game presently. So, how much? What is your horses? Your 250. So let's lease you first, no matter what. 4, 5. That is very reasonable. But it would be almost 3 times as much to lease the other ones. Yeah, that one would be twice as much, wouldn't it? The Evian. So that might have been the better one to go for. And the Massey, bigger Massey is not too bad either. So now we want headers, and we want corn. And I would imagine that the 6 metre is, I think we'll go for the Capella because we can then like bring it all in one. 9 metres, I don't think it can manage that. So that would be a killer. They're heavy, very heavy and hard work. So I think we're going to go for leasing you, which is almost as much as the harvester. But we are going to roll this back if this doesn't work. I mean really, I would imagine it's got to. It's the smallest header, but some fold you. Is it moan at me if even trying to do a test? Now then, can we? No. Fold. Can we go forward with this on and down? That's the real test. That proves whether or not something can use a header and work. And if I mean, obviously, speeds can be, I've done this test before, and then it'll work, but it's the speed. Yeah, it's a little bit poor. 3 miles an hour. Are we going to go for it? The other thing is it's on concrete, so yeah, I mean, I think whether the fields are a little bit better. So what if there's surely nothing less than that though? Yeah, I don't think there is. That's the smallest header there is. Yeah. So really, yeah, and they're both exactly the same weights no matter what. So yeah, that's perhaps this needs a slightly smaller one. We're going to do it. Yeah, we are. So I'm going to run this over manually, being as it's got a nice header that fits, is less wide than the actual thing itself. I'm going to say my goodbyes. Hopefully you'll join me next session where we're going to get 2 fields harvested at rather a small... yeah, it's going to take me as a human rather a long time. We'll be time-lapsing that because I don't expect to wait for 3 hours whilst I get that all done as I'm going to. Yeah, been a cracking session. We're up to 43,846. Of course, it's going to be less than that after worker wages. But bearing in mind we've just bought a 3rd field, we're doing well. How many years have we done this though now? Trying to see that. No, it is this one, isn't it? I'm trying to think where it is. Years played, 4 years, 4 actual years we've actually played on the Let's Play. I believe that is our field in front of us, so we can actually leave this here. We'll do this first. We'll go grab the lorry, which I should do off camera. So I'm going to leave that there. So I'm going to say my goodbyes. Hopefully you'll join me next session where we've got this beast and this beast to do. This is rather a lot bigger than that one actually, with all the curves and that. So yeah, it's not a bad thing. So I'm thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you'll stick with me on this journey. And I'm going to say goodbye for now.